Hello, and welcome here on my studio table. Not so long ago, I made a video about my trip to Umbria, and after that, I made another video with a collage of some of the pictures I took when I was in Umbria. And I will put a link below in the description box for both of them. In the last video where I made the collage, I talked about making another one because I have so much stuff left and I want to do another one in another color scheme. So this is what today's video is about. And by the way, my name is Lisbeth and I'm a Danish abstract mixed media artist who likes to do all sorts of things. But let us jump into it right ahead and see what I can come up with today. In the last video, I told about how I printed the papers out on thicker and better quality paper, and I glued them with matte gel instead of my normal glue stick. And I won't say that was a big success, but I did it, and to get a more practice of doing it this way, I would do the same again. So perhaps one day I will be better at that. But I could insert the little clip from the other video here also, and you can see or hear that. But let us get started. Hi, and welcome to my working table. And here on YouTube, my name is Lisbeth, and I'm a Danish abstract mixed media artist who likes to do a lot of different things. But yeah, not so long ago, I was at a small trip to Umbria in Italy, and I made a video, a little travel tell, and a demonstration of the watercolor paints I bought down there, and so on. And I will put a link below in the description box for that video. But this was the watercolor set I bought in some earth tones, and they are quite lovely. And since then I have been experimenting a little in my book here. So this was what it ended up with. But this is not what this video is about. In my travel tells video, I talked about the pictures I take when I'm on holiday, and I take a lot of pictures. And of course I take ordinary holiday pictures like everybody else do, but most of my pictures are close-ups of things I think is interesting. And I have printed a lot of them out here on twice as thick paper as copy paper, and a little better quality of paper. And it is my plan to do some kind of memory collage of my trip to Umbria with some of all the close-up pictures I have taken. I have also put a little more papers here, taking a little more papers from my stash, some watercolor prints and some text and some, not very much papers that not are of my own pictures. And I don't know if I will be using them or how. I don't know about a thing about how this would end, but now I have the option here in arm's length to reach for some other papers if I think it is needed. But my substrate here is watercolor paper, 425 GSM, and it is 30 by 30 centimeters or 12 by 12 inch, and that is quite big for me. I normally do 20 by 20 centimeters or 8 by 8 inches. But here is some of the pictures I have taken. This little butterfly was sitting on a mailbox in a building, and that's, yeah, I think how big it is, an old olive tree, and it is 1800 years old, and that is very old. But else it is pictures like this. This was from a church. Many of the pictures I have taken is from inside churches, and here there were some people restoring the church. So, but I think this is my two favorite pictures. These two, I could almost just frame them as they are, or I have also thought about printing them out on fabric and do some stitching on them. I really, really like these two. This was the roof when I looked out of my window, and more roof, and all this yummy stuff here I really like. And here are some different pictures from St. Francis Cathedral, and I didn't manage to get all the pictures I wanted in there because a woman in there, yeah, I don't know, it wasn't the police, but someone who worked there saw me, and she nearly escorted me out of the church and said, no photos. But I really, really love these images here. And all the other people in the church weren't looking at this. They were in my eye height. But above that was the whole frescoes with whole St. Francis's life. And I haven't taken a single picture of them, but I really like these here. They look like old tiles, but they are painted like frescoes, I think, without knowing more that I'm saying now. And this here is also from a column going up, really nice. And here, and here. And this was from another church. They also was doing something to dig the old fresco paints out, and I think it is a nice little piece, this here, and a stained glass from one of the ceilings. And then there's a lot of floors from a specific church also, and isn't that nice? Oh, I keep thinking there are two pieces of paper, but it's because they are much more heavy than normal. And this was from an old wall outside the church, and more floors and floors, and these were also in the floors in one of the churches. This was the collage I made in the other video, and you can see it is grayish, and it is this raw Umbria color or ochre color, yeah, in that scheme. And me and my stupid head don't like to mix too many colors, so I had a lot of other pictures that were more rust colors or burnt Umbria colors, and I have taken them from the pile this time. And here are some lovely ones with tile from the Church of St. Francis, and I know I want to use them in this collage. Here's an old door. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but it was something from inside a church, and I just think it was a lovely image, and perhaps that could be the focal point. And I have it in two sizes, and oops. And what else do I have? I have some other tiles here. So yeah, here, this was what I was looking for. This was also an image from a church. They were under restoration. I think they were digging out some old frescoes, and I have this circle one. So let us see what I can come up with today of things. My substrate is again, like the last video, a heavy watercolor 425 GSM, and the substrate is 30 by 30 centimeters or 12 by 12 inches, and that is, Yeah, you shouldn't think there was so much different between doing 20 by 20 or 30 by 30, but there is. For me, the bigger it gets, the harder it gets. Some probably have it the other way around, but I'm used to working small, so I think it is different going up in size, and I can manage 30 by 30, but when you go up in 50 by 50, I'm beginning to get sweat on my forehead and thinking, what on earth am I doing? So I will just cut this old door out. I don't know what was behind that door. It was just a door I saw on walking in one of the very small, narrow streets in one of the old cities. But I think it is, oh, sorry for the noise. I think it is lovely. Perhaps I won't use all of it, but I can also cut this image out, so it will be with straight cut edges like the other one, which isn't so normal for me because I almost always tear my papers. But I feel a little different because it is pictures and pictures I have taken myself, so I think that's why I just cut them. So let us see here. I have these here for the St. Francis Church, and I really like them. Am I in frame? Yes, I am. Maybe I can use a bit of all of them and make them different widths. That is the most exciting thing. Sorry for that noise, but my alarm is going every day at that time because I have some trouble with my eyes and too high pressure in my eyes, so I have to drip them 4 times a day, but I can't remember. That's why my alarm on my phone is going crazy at that time here. But what was I saying? Yes, I was saying the most exciting thing is when they have different sizes and not the same width, all 3 of them. And I think this perhaps is a little too boring, but I really like these 3 here together. And then with this strip here also. Perhaps I should be brave just and cut some strips of them off and say, this is where these are going. I think I will do that. So, yeah, that is my ruler. Nobody is leaving the room. Must be here some. There it is. So there are 30 centimeters and I need a little overlap. So if I cut one about 10 centimeters on 9, perhaps there's a seam down here. 9, that is approximately there. The next one, if I cut that a little bigger than this. Whoopsie. I'm not much for measuring, as you can see. And then there's this one. Let us go for that like this. So now I know they have different widths. And I'll go with this one, and this one. Yeah, I think that looks nice. And then I have this old door here, I think would look nice also. And how about overlapping that? I also like to put this little square in somewhere. But what can we put in here? I don't think that is nice. I think I would try to cut the white off to see if I like it. It's a little strange because I'm no way religious in any way. But all these patterns and paintings and old stuff from churches are really grabbing my attention. That could work. Then I have this strip here also. That perhaps is better. Perhaps I should cut it round. I don't know, but I think I like it like this as the base layer. These 5 pieces of paper. That's the keyhole, but perhaps it would get covered up. Let me see here. Let us get rid of that, and so that I haven't such big overlaps here, and get rid of that. So, and so, so. So, yeah, I think I would go with that for the base layer. So I will get my medium and see what I can come up with of gluing. Sorry, my phone was ringing here, and when I started filming again, I forgot to put the distance a little further away. So sorry for that little clip where you're so close at everything, but now you're in for a big laugh, because now I will try to glue on my pieces here with my matte medium and see how that goes. I won't say I'm very good friend with it, but if I don't practice, I won't get better. I think that is something I say to many of you. So I will have to do as I say myself. And I will go a little over the edge. And I also think you use an awful lot of glue with this instead. And when you use your glue stick, I don't think you use that much glue. And there's a wrinkle here, and I don't think I can save that. Yeah, no, it ripples. I will just have to put some more medium on here. Yeah. So one more lesson learned. The bigger the piece of paper, the more difficult I think it is. Perhaps this is better. Burnish it down with that one here. Yeah, but then again, the old walls also have wrinkles and holes and cracks and so on. So and the next piece. Here. And yeah, that went a little better. Perhaps I should put more of this stuff on. But anyhow, I think I really need to change my underpaper here when I'm done with this session here. So let us go all the way down here, so it is a different width than the other two. Yeah. So, yeah, these two last papers went a little better than the first one. You can see there's some wrinkles, but perhaps they will flatten out when they get dry. But who knows? So I will glue the last two pieces on and be back. While this is drying, I think I want to fussy cut this out if I can. just to see how that looks. And to do it a little different than the other one. It nearly blends into it. I think I like this one better, but perhaps we can do it like this. Yeah, that could be nice. And then I have this round one here. Let us also cut this out. Like this. Yeah, I think I like that. Something like this. Oh, it is taking so long to dry, and I am not a very patient person, so that's perhaps why I like to use a glue stick. Yeah, I will have to give it a couple of minutes at least, I think. I don't think you can dry this with your heat gun, but of course I can try. But I will be back when it's so dry I can work further. I am so impatient, so I try to warm it up with my craft gun or my heat gun, and I think that works. But it's still a little damp, and of course I was so impatient, so I ruined it there. But it doesn't matter, because that is where I want to place this piece here. And I think I want to do it something like this. I think that looks nice. Again, it is very much the same color, but I tried to cut a snip of my roof paper here, and I don't know if that would give it a little. Can put that under there. And let it go up there. It breaks it a little up, I think. And then I can do some black lines also. So I think that helped with this. So I will also glue this down. And I like the surface when it's dry, and I like the matte yellow or the matte medium when it's dry, but I can't say I like working with it, and that is probably because I haven't done it very much. So practice. But yeah, I will glue this down here also. Put it like there. And then the other snip up here. Turn it the other way around. Let it go there. Just a little more. Like this. And then there was this big piece, sorry. And this is plain copy paper, so I think I would have to be a little more careful with that. Let's see. I think I want to put it there. Yeah, and then this piece over here, and that under there. So. I think it was something like that, but if I wait a little to go over it, I can still remove it a little, I think. So stay flat, please, please, please. Yeah, I think I like it like this. And again, I have to wait for this to dry. Oh, I don't like that. I like to work while I'm hot, if to say so, so I'm not all this waiting time. So, but again, I will go and give it a with my heat gun, so I can speed up the process. So it's so dry I can work further, and I also think this piece needs some gold stripes like the other one had. So there would be a certain cohesion between the two. So I have just cut these small strips of gold, and I will just put them there. And also here, this is a little wider. This one here. And take care, the gold will very easy rub off this paper. But I don't think it, if it all rubs off, that would be not so nice. But I don't think a little of it, if that comes up, it would just look like an old wall, like the rest of the things here. So that was one thing I wanted to do. But I also think there, but that is too much gold. But perhaps a small, tiny black stripe could be nice there. But we can try to see if I like that. Yeah, and I think I do. So on with that. Oops. so that will give it a little more contrast. And I cut this off and this off. And then I will see if there are some places I want to. I think I would like to go around here with a black marker because the definition isn't so clear here. So I will just again take my Stabilo all here and see if I can do it a little. And yeah, just smear it so it isn't so hush black, but so black so you can see the line. It is nearly becoming dark now. It's late in the afternoon. So we are into fall here now, so the daylight disappears much quicker now, so yeah. But it has been a quite sunny, nice day today. And probably not time to sit indoor and doing videos, but that's what I like to do. So I think that was better. And perhaps we can go around the round one also. Not black, but just a little there. Yeah, a quite funny construction, this one. So this piece in the church was like this in size, and this one in the church was at least 1 or 2 meters high, and this little piece here I think was this size. But that's the freedom you have when you're making collages. You don't have to think about sizes. You can do whatever you like. And I can see there's a white mark down here. And yeah, what else do I want to do? Help it a little on its way by giving it a little more color some places, and take my black of my pencil here, not my pencil but my water brush. Yeah. And what else can we come up with? I don't think I have a purple. That is blue. And that is also blue. No. I don't think I have. Yeah, that is for the fun of it this year. To give it a little more color. But I think that is enough, and that is also a very great memory for my trip to Umbria. And I will take some close-ups at the end of the video. So this has to dry more than it is now. And one way I could imagine to frame it was just to glue it on a cradle board or a stretched canvas with no borders around. Or else if you want to do it more seriously, you can always put it in a mat and a frame if you like to. But that I don't think I would do that. But I think this is such a great way of having your memories of a nice trip, to make a collage like this. And I will really inspire you to use your own pictures and scale them up and down and use parts of them, or yeah, whatever you could come up with to making collages. This is a very great way to work and to get different papers. And I'm sure I could easily fit those papers here into some of my jelly printing collages. That would look very nice. And I quite forgot I had this piece here of marble paper. I don't think it would have fitted in here, but I will save it and perhaps it will end up in another collage. So take a lot of pictures and do close-ups and things you like. You perhaps could have a specific interest for something and make that the focal point in your collage. So if you have been inspired, or you have learned some tips and tricks, and at least had a good laugh of seeing me gluing with matte gel, please give my video a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing my little Danish channel. That would be very helpful of you, and I will appreciate it very much. So take care and be creative until next time. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.